I don't know if you know this, but Mario Brothers is like my all-time favorite game. When I was growing up, it was all about Mario Brothers 3. But I know right now, it's all about Mario Odyssey. And I figured what better time to make a Mario Odyssey hat, considering I already have my Kite Hat base that I taught you guys already. Let's get started. So first we're gonna make the Kite Hat base. So if you don't know how to do that, check out the video. It'll be in the description or at the end of this video. Or you can just watch me right now and fast forward. So here I have my red Kite Hat base, but we're gonna do the eyes a little bit different. Instead of doing a white outside with a black inside, we'll be doing a gray outside with a white 350 inside. So let's start with the outside. Get your gray balloon and inflate it about halfway. Let's them out and tie. We're gonna start by making 2 large flower petals. You want them to be big enough to stick your hand in. And you wanna make sure they're soft. So there's one, I'm gonna do another one the same size. So there are my 2 flower petals. They should line up pretty evenly. And the rest of this we don't need, so we can break it off and tie it in a knot. If you don't know how to break a balloon like that, don't worry, there's a video for it. Just YouTube how to break a balloon and I'm sure it'll come up. Or you can check the link in the description. That's probably easier. So now that we have these, we want to make the part that goes in the middle, the white part. So get your white 350 out and inflate it about halfway. Let a little air out and tie. We want to make 2 sausage twists that are each about maybe 4 inches in length. You want them to be a little sort of oval shape. And if you can, you want them to be about the same size. Now we're going to take the knot here and twist it into this seam over here. And then go ahead and push it through the center. So that's going to be one part of our eye. Now we want to give the balloon a squeeze and push out the air towards the end. So we have some uninflated section. Wrap that around your finger and break it off. And then you want to tie this one so you can use it for the second eye. This can take some practice without letting one of them go. Or you can just use 2 balloons, either way. Now I'm going to tie a knot with this piece that I have the slack of, so it won't come undone on me. And there's one eye. Now we need another one just like that, which is why we have the rest of this white balloon. Alright, now that we have both of our eyes, we're going to attach everything together. The first thing we want to do is take the gray part, and we're going to slip it through that little gap there in the front of the Kite Hat base. Now I know normally we put this in there when we're attaching it, but for this one I figured it'd be a little bit easier to do it this way. See? It looks like he's blinking already. Next we're going to take the eyes and we're going to put them inside the center of each flower petal, but we're going to keep them going, you know, up and down, tall-wise. Sort of like that. This will make it look a lot more like the Mario Odyssey hat. It already sort of does. All right, we need one more red 260 to finish off the hat. Inflate this one almost all the way, but leave maybe about a 1 or 2 inch tail. Whew. That hurt. Give it a nice good squeeze and a stretch. We're gonna take the knot here, and we're going to attach it to one of the pinch twists on the side of the Kite Hat base. So you can attach it to either one, it's fine. And then we want to make sure it's nice and soft, that the air has been distributed towards the end. For these long ones, sometimes it's helpful if you twist a bubble on the end and you push that bubble towards the end. And that way when you stretch it, it sort of fills that bubble in. See? No more gap. So now this is really soft. I'm going to take this part now I'm gonna fold it over the top, and we just want to have a little bit of the red peeking out from behind the eyes. And then I'm gonna twist it here into the other pinch twist there on the other end of the kite hat. So now it should look something like this. Now with the rest of this part of the balloon, we're going to wrap it back over to the first pinch twist that we started with. But we want to make sure there's enough of a space that we can shape it. So you want there to be a little bit of a gap here. So twist it in just like that. It should look something sort of like this. The rest of this we don't need, so we can break it off, but make sure you leave plenty of slack to tie a knot. Ooh, that scared me. All right, and already it's looking a lot like the Mario Odyssey hat. But there's one more thing I like to do. This gives it a lot of character. First, I'm gonna take the balloon on the end, the brim of the hat. I'm gonna go up about, what would this be? This would be like, maybe like 8 o'clock and maybe like 2 o'clock, right around here. I'm gonna take those corners, I'm gonna sort of grab them, square it off like this. I'm gonna give them a nice little massage, and I'm gonna bend it like this. So it sort of like curves the brim of the hat. That makes it look a lot more like a baseball cap or like the Mario hat. Oh man, this is looking so cool. One last thing, we gotta do the art for the eye. For this, I recommend a red Sharpie marker, a black Sharpie marker, and a white paint marker if you have it. We're gonna start with the red Sharpie marker. We're gonna draw 2 large ovals that are, lengthwise up and down, both in the center of each eye. Do the best you can and make sure they're about the same size and in the same spot. Now we're gonna fill those all in with red. Okay, next we're gonna need your black Sharpie. With the black Sharpie, we're gonna draw a smaller oval going up and down, right in the center of each red one. And remember to fill those in too. Next, get your white paint marker out. And we're just gonna add a small circle to the top right corner of each eye. Just to sort of make it really cute, like it has a gleam of hope in its eyes. And there we go, we're done. You've made one Mario Odyssey hat. And it looks awesome. People love this, especially now that the game's out. And with a hat like this, you can play the game in real life. Look, Mario's controlling me. Anybody else remember that episode of Darkwing Duck where the alien hats came down and took over everybody's bodies? The game sort of reminds me of that. I'm not joking, that was actually an episode of Darkwing Duck. I think it was Darkwing Duck. Well, that's it for this episode of Balloon Animal Lessons. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below. You can also let me know by clicking that thumbs up button, subscribing to my channel, turning the notifications bell on, and giving me $100. You don't have $100? Okay, well then all that other stuff will do. The best tip I ever got was $100. That was for a sword. I think she might have had too much to drink. But that's a story for another time. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister. Remember, you can make anything out of balloons, even Mario Odyssey hats.